Okay, okay. Testing audio, checking the stream. Let's get rid of that. And there we are. Oh, just settling into the old chair. All right. Now that's nice. That's a spicy, and don't do that accent. Have we canceled the Italian accent yet? I don't know. To me, it's not canceled, but I'm not Italian. So, I mean, probably there's a little Italian mixed in there, huh? I mean, just a generic white guy over here who probably has a little bit of everything. But you know what? At this stream, hear your family. Honestly, and that's true. And honestly, hear your family. So that's just pretty nice to hear. Turn that up a little bit. Okay, we're live. Excellent. Remember that? Okay. Nice. Oh, what's this? Oh, just a nice purple web of the cosmos with a nice 5-pointed parallelogram in the middle. Is that what that is? Is it a trapezoid? Is it a polygon? A polygon? A pentacle? No. Wrong word. It is a polygon. It is a penta something. Penta, hepta, sexta, twice, quadra, tripla. You know? And hey, I'm not your geography. I'm not your what's the other thing? Geometry, of course. Duh. What, did you just get back from first grade? Hey, my daughter has been doing first grade and she's freaking smarter than me. So maybe stop knocking on first graders. Just loading up the rounds of paint like I know what to do with them. You know, I mostly buy paint just to sort of display it on my shelf to be like, yeah, kind of an artist, you know, but if anyone was ever like, show us what you do with them, you know, hey man, show me some art, for real. Hey man, show me, I'm serious. I'd be like, you know, conditions aren't optimal for me to do art for you right here, right in front of you. It's got to be prime conditions. And I'm not talking about Amazon Prime. You know, I'm never talking about Amazon Prime. I don't ever talk about Amazon Prime or anything Amazon or anything Jeff Bezos. Is it Bezos? Is it Bezos? Hey, pal, get an easier name. You've got enough money. You know, change your name to something easy. Like Jeff Smith. But then we'd be like, which Jeff Smith do you mean? Do you mean the multi-billionaire who's going to go to Mars? Who's, I guess, leaving that company now? Who's going to fly away while the world burns and hopefully he burns up in space? Or do you mean Jeff Smith from my freaking neighborhood? And then we'd be like, you know, it'd just be a big ol' mess of confusion for everyone. Jeff Smith. So I guess he can leave it Bezos. He can leave it Bezomandius, King of Kings. You know. Jeff Bezos, the guy who knows how to have probably the most advanced futuristic orgasm of any of us because he can afford it. And meanwhile, I'm over here, I'm like, what do I got? I mean, I got my right hand, I got my left hand, I've got the bed to hump sometimes. And that's pretty much the long and short of what I'm working with. Jeff Bezos, he's got stuff to jerk off with you've never even heard of. He's got some black market, like deep East Indian traditions that that you're not really spiritually advanced enough to handle. And so I don't know what that was, and we are going to actually do some art here and not just talk about masturbating and Jeff Bezos, but those are both things that are in the world. I mean, if you think about it, Jeff Bezos, masturbating, Amazon, all things. They are all things you can talk about, and that's for sure. But enough about that. I don't know how you started talking about that. I don't know why you guys are so obsessed with all that. And probably I'm gonna get some sort of content strike on YouTube because they're like, hey, we have 13-year-olds on here, and 13-year-olds don't masturbate, and that's one of our flag words that our AI caught. Now let's see, just mapping the stars over here with my protractor, just like Da Vinci, you know. I'm kind of like, hey, Orion, I think there's a fourth star in Orion's belt that I just found. It's a little bit further than the other ones, and you have to know where to look. Just like the entrance to Hogwarts. But so I don't know what any of that shit is that you guys were saying. But me, I'm just here to do art. I don't really need to talk. I'm just sort of here to just kind of, embody the fullness of who I am, I don't know what you guys are doing. I'm just sort of here on my spiritual journey. I'm just sort of here, being my best self, just trying to gain as many karma points in this lifetime as I can. I don't know what you guys are doing. Probably watching Netflix and eating some little vegan puffs with coconut oil and some sea salt. And yeah, let me guess, they don't have canola oil. They have sunflower oil, or they have saffron oil. And I'm like, saffron, sunflower, canola. Hey, pal, it's all got oil at the end. Basically the same name, I'd say. So why don't you skip the ingredients list and just put it in your dang pie hole? Saying that as someone with a... and anyway, that's a joke. Those are all jokes. This whole thing is a joke, including this art that you're looking at. Trying to decide what size of circle to make. Because it can't fall precisely on one of these fault lines, on one of these perfectly circular, one of these perfectly measured circles that were just... Anyway. Okay. Enough commentary and time to get down to brass tacks. But anyway, how's everyone doing out there? Andy, hello. Andy. Hey. Hey. Andy, I've been on your stream. You're on my stream. That's a nice give and take we got. Here you are. Andy, I was just talking about Amazon and masturbating. And Jeff Bezos and how he should change his name, how he should have an easier sounding name than Bezos. Just a couple of streaming boys. And anyway, I was just talking about how this piece is like mapping the stars, and not the kind of map to the stars that you'll find in the Los Angeles precinct, because one, all those stars moved away for one thing. They all went to Austin, Texas, where the rent is cheaper and the governor is either more insane or less insane. I'm not sure which one. But anyway, I was just saying how this it's just kind of a perfect image of the whole cosmos, and every dot of paint is a real star that exists in the real sky, and how I planned it all out really precisely and really specifically, and did such a good job. And all the celestial entities are going, dang! You know, they're like, oh man, I thought he would miss Felix Culpa over here, but he got it. Felix Culpa, that's one of the most obscure stars. Oh my gosh. This guy, hey, hey. You know, all the celestial entities sort of nudging each other on the shoulder, and they're like, get a load of this guy. It's kind of like, what is it? It's sort of like they are losing their shit. I love to make divine beings lose their mind. It's kind of like when okay, here's what it's like. It's like when Dozer and Trinity and Morpheus were all huddled around the old monitor there watching Neo go to town on Agent Smith. And Morpheus is like, he's starting to believe. Neo is over there hacking into the code, realizing, hey, all these ones and zeros, I don't even need to deal with this shit. I can just be the ones and zeros. I can just become the code. And all those guys are like, hold up, he's about to fight a freaking agent, dude? Wait. And then he does. And then the Neo is computer. And honestly, that's the goal of all meditation. Hey, go use your Headspace app. Dude, when you get enlightened, you're just going to be like, oh, I am computer. And that is when the golden Buddha greets you and says, yes, my son or my daughter, my sweet child, you have found the ultimate truth to everything. You were computer the whole time. So, kinda neat. Kinda neat. Okay, it's time to stop with this bullshit and actually start, putting pen to paper here. Just putting acrylic to canvas. All right. And I do want some yellow in here as well. The great thing about preparing to do art is that you never actually have to get started. If you don't want to, you can just, loosen up at the plate. You can just massage your arm like Tony Danza in Angels in the Outfield and just, just kind of. Kind of don't ever actually have to begin. And that's kind of a cool life lesson if you think about it. Everybody over here is just goofing around, making jokes. And I'm like, that's, maybe Tony Danza was onto something. Or maybe he was like the other guy in Angels in the Outfield who just chewed a big old bubble gum the whole time. Maybe the bubblegum guy was the most enlightened the whole time. What about that? He was chomping on that big league chew, baby. Just putting that dip, those shreds of pink bubblegum into his craw. And just chomping away. Okay, I have nothing else for that, so I'm moving on. And then Coach Knox, Coach George Knox, was like, and I'm not gonna do George Knox's voice because that would be Danny Glover's voice, that would be a black voice, that would be Ebonics, and hey, fella, that's not territory I'm interested in going to. But what Coach George Knox does say in Angels in the Outfield is, Tony Danza, you had the angel with you the whole time. You know where it was? It was seated right there in the center of your chest, called your beating heart, pal. So yeah, you can let go of this fantasy about little flickery, sparkly lights all around you, or some angel helping you out on the baseball field. You got it in your little center chest, buddy. And the point of that movie is to believe. Is to just believe. So, you all of little faith, listen up. Listen up. George Knox, he was right. Tony Danza, he discovered it. Bubblegum guy, he already knew. He already had it. Oh, shit. Okay, well, that's going to be the green. Just a professional painter over here. Just use the same brush for all the colors, any of them. Just mix it up. What else? What else is there? Angels in the Outfield. I kind of like this bit. What else? What else can I squeeze out of this? Let's see. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, sweet little kid. Great movie. Jokes aside, I love that movie. Yeah, little center chest. And that sort of sounds bad on its own, so I wish you hadn't written that, Andy. But I was the one to say it first, so you're absolutely right. Thank you for calling me out on that. Little center chest, yeah, that's where Tifereth resides. That's where the golden light of the sun comes through every living being. So when you're like, I got my heartburn. I ate some nachos at the ball game. There's another one. Hey, and the guy, the long hair guy who is meant to watch over the kids in Angels in the Outfield, he sits in the nachos. But anyways, when nachos give you heartburn, and everybody's complaining about it. Oh, I've got this burning sensation of stomach acid and bile in my throat, because I ate some bad food, and I'm not taking very good care of my body. Wah. I'm like, yeah, that's called the pure energy of the sun, dude. Coming out of your chakras, whichever one is in there, 5th, 4th, 7th, I don't know. Pick one. That's what it's doing. Coming up and going, hey, it's me, your body. I don't know, maybe you could take care of me? I'm kind of the vehicle that your brain sits in. I don't know, maybe you could take care of this instead of just expecting me to work all the time while you do your thinky things and get all sad up there. Oh yeah, just pump some pharmaceuticals in there. That'll help. And actually, it probably does. Never tried it. Hope that it probably does. But the point is, heartburn is the pure energy of the sun blasting up from your blank chakra into your little throat and just kind of going, hey, hello. Just reminding you that I'm here. Just a nice little reminder. Painting up some green and yellow in the purple cosmos. Ba-da-do, ba-da-do. Hey, yeah. Now that's nice. Who's that? Oh, let me guess. Is he doing a full rainbow again? No. Even though I'm all about that pride. I'm all about that pride flag. Got it hanging high from my porch. at this very moment. But that's not what we're doing here, okay? Hey, pride's great, okay? But that's not what we're doing here. There's a time and place, and this isn't it. This isn't it. So, pride. Let's see. Golden Pride burritos. Golden Pride tortillas. See, that's kind of that's not going to work. That's a regional joke. That's not going to work. People in New Mexico are going, wow, and everybody else is like, So gonna have to move on from that one. Now this, how's that look on screen? That's gonna be my mirror for seeing this up above. I'm gonna say that. You know what this looks like? This looks like one of those little gummy worms. And probably there are gummy worms in the great fullness of the cosmos. I mean, why wouldn't there be? The divine light of all creation probably is a gummy worm. Why wouldn't it be? There's probably an entire planet that where life evolved to just be crumbled Oreo for the landscape and gummy worms who are actually sentient, and maybe they're the most intelligent beings in this universe. What about that? What about that? Yeah, you didn't think of that, did ya? So when we get invaded by gummy worms, don't come crying to me. Don't come crying to me when they bite you in half, because you're not two different flavors. You know? Like in this case, let's use this as an example. That would probably be a lemon. That would probably be a lime. Now in gummy terms, those are going to taste exactly the same. But when you get a packet of those trolleys, those neon bright, those, maybe you get the sour kind, maybe you get the sugar coat kind. Ooh, look out. Because baby, you're in Gummy Town. Now, it is some people's method to go whole hog. That whole gummy is going in one bite. Done. Now, in other people's theology, you bite the gummy in half and tell your stupid little brain that you're tasting a different flavor from one half than you are from the other half. Actually, it's all the same thing. It's all the same thing. And that metaphor actually applies to a lot of things, if I'm honest. It is good to go whole hog in Gummy Town, USA. I mean, when in Rome. And you know, another way to think about that is that in a certain sense, you know, hog, sometimes a term used for the male phallus, a gummy, worm, also another name for the male phallus. So, I mean, what are we talking about here? Freud was right. Because in the end, it's all a penis. So, shout out to all the feminists on the stream. Don't know why I said that. Interesting place to go. So, let's get back to candy. Candy, what other kind of candies are there? You know what I like? I like at the old, at the Sweet Factory there at the mall. You know? And I don't know if that exists anymore. I haven't been to a mall in some time, but you know, at the Sweet Factory, they had these little triangular wedges of grapefruit candy. These little weird white, yellow, sugar-crusted guys. And this is true. This is true. I liked to get some of those motherfuckers. It's like $8 an ounce, you know. Hey, might as well switch to cocaine for these prices. I like to get some of those motherfuckers and leave the bag open. I'm saying twisty tie, bye-bye. Let them get a little hard. Let them get a little stale. Let them get a little bit of a crunch, a little natural crunch. Now I'm not talking rotten. I'm not talking any of that nasty stuff that you guys are into. Let them get a little hard. And, ooh, those grapefruit gummies from the Sweet Factory, those things age like a fine bottle of wine after maybe 2-3 days in the open. 2-3 days in the open country. That's a prime cut, baby. Love a prime cut. This yellow, this is going to need another layer. Never good to gloop it on. Hey, maybe you guys are gloopy out there. Maybe you're some gloopy artists. Me, I'm kind of, well, yeah. Let's get that out of there. Some big muscle guy. Did somebody just say they don't like gloopy? A big muscle guy who is also an artist. Okay. I'm just looking at my own screen, evaluating the sort of balance of this piece. And this is going to need to come in. It's going to need to go even a little thicker than that. The hog is going to need to go a little thicker. And I don't even need to go to detail on that one. Which will mean, if you hadn't worked this out for yourself, that the green is also going to have to go a little thicker. And then we'll be getting to the other colors involved in this piece. So green should come out a little this way. Just a dumb guy figuring out art for the first time, live. The one color should be the same as the other color. And you probably can't even do that voice. You probably can't even do that voice, which is just, what is that, like a Looney Tunes guy? Because some subset of society is going to be like, hey. And I'll just stop right there. But, I mean, come on. I'm, always prepare to be canceled. Always just assume you're going to be canceled for everything. Always assume. Have your cancel pack ready. Have your cancel, and I don't even know what you would have. An underground cancel bunker for you to hide until it blows over in 5 hours. Okay, yellow, green, we'll come back to you. Hey, I've had enough of you, okay? Hey, yellow and green, okay? I can't even recall Mr. Trump's voice. I mean, I never had a good Trump impression, but I can't even recall his voice at this time. He's been gone for so long. I'm like, wow, the memory of him is fading from my life, and what a gift that is. Okay, green and purple and yellow. Okay, those are fine colors, all right? I've never seen them put together like this, okay? And that's just, I don't know what that is. Is that a Brooklyn guy? What is that? And that's fine. The memory of Mr. DJT can just fade into the ether. Now, okay, I know what we'll do. I know what we'll do. Kind of a cool artist thing to do. Put the brush in your mouth. You know, when in the movies they always do that. When an artist is really hard at work, it's like, that's how you know an artist is serious, is when he puts the brush in his mouth. So, anyway, okay, calm down. And I think I actually did drop the one I needed. This one will work. Always good to have multiple brushes when you're doing a stupid bit and you drop one on the ground. And stupid bits, I'd say they're fine to do. Good bits, bad bits, alpha bits, no bits, you know. 1 bit, 2 bit, red, oh shit. Shit bit. And that's no problem. You think that's a problem? You think that's gonna destroy the whole stream? You know, try again next time. Oh no, that's nice. I don't know if you folks have smell-o-vision at home, but those blues are coming together. BAM! You know? Emerald Lagasse. Is he alive? Did he get canceled? I think he's alive. And I don't think he's been canceled. But, hey, if it came out that he was a Me Too guy, wouldn't surprise me. These days, wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me. But I hope not. I hope he's a great guy. And he hasn't abused any women. But that's, okay, I laugh at that, but that's a sincere thought. Emerald Lagasse. Hope he's great. Also, I don't know if that's how you say his name. I recall, man, when I first saw the Emerald Lagasse program, Cooking with Emerald, or whatever the hell it's called, back in the oh so innocent late 90s. I mean, truly, I think that was the first recollection I have of a cooking show. And it just seemed like such a novelty and so fun. I mean, he was so charismatic and exciting. And yeah, he was funny. He was silly. He had his little catchphrases, 2 of which I just did. So, you know, go back and rewind the video if you missed that. But Emerald Lagasse, what a guy. What a guy. He started it all. Emerald's kind of going, cooking shows, hey, I started this gangster shit. And this the motherfucking thanks I get? And I'm in the cheap seats going like, preach to Emerald. Preach, brother. Emerald, you know how much I like your show? I've got one of your pans. I've got one of your signature series pans with steel, with a ceramic top layer, hanging in the kitchen right now, baby. Do I got the full set? No, it's too expensive, but I did get one of them. Kinda cool. Kinda cool. So, I don't know if you guys are millionaires and have the Emerald Lagasse pan set. But I do have one of them. So. And the Emerald Lagasse pan has a little button on it that says BAM. When you flip a little pancake in there and you catch it, or when you don't catch it too, it says BAM. It says BAM either way. It's the button. You can say BAM as many times as you want with the Emerald Lagasse cook set. And you know, if you go over to emerald.cook and use offer code Yeshua 10, you'll get 10% off your BAM cookware. So kind of a flawlessly executed bit there. Say it nice and slow so they, you know, so you have time to write it down on your little notepad by the phone. Now how's that blue coming? Oh, that's nice. Now that's nice. I hadn't looked at the overhead view. Now that's cute. Now that's just pretty cute. Green, getting a little overwhelmed by the yellow and blue. Green is kind of going, hey, could I get some more space here? You know, you gave me an appropriate ration. Now you're crowding me out. You crowd me out. No problem, Green. I got you covered, buddy. I got you covered. Woo! A gummy worm through space and time. Yeah, a gummy worm being painted by just a worm. By a weird little worm. Oh shit. Yup. Well, it's a precarious setup we have here. Just a very rickety desk. Wasn't built by me. I didn't put it together. I didn't drill it together out in the front yard one time. See, just now that could have been bad. Did it mess up the painting? No. I don't know what you guys think art is. You think it's this like perfect flawless thing where you don't ever tip shit over? No, you make mistakes all the time. You get some blue paint on the floor, that's no problem. Hey, a little magic eraser will fix that right up. Hey, a little bit of Mrs. Meyer's cleaning day. Spray it on a little rag. I'll take that right off the floor. And use my offer code for Mrs. Whatever I just said. That lady, that broad that they sell at Target. And you'll get some money off of the normal amount that it costs. And maybe I should get some of this shit out of here so I don't actually mess up the painting that I'm trying to do. Okay. All's well. Damn, that's nice. Just a guy impressed by what he's doing. But you know, what I always say is that you gotta be your own biggest fan. Because otherwise, who you doing it for? I mean. Otherwise, who you doing it for, pal? Next up, another color. People at home are going, okay, I see one color, two color, three colors. Hold on. Are you telling me this motherfucker's about to bring a fourth color into this thing? Damn! That is so cool. That's neat. Hey, I need a cup for the dirty brushes. Kind of like at the grocery store or at the other stores where they have, you know, the cup for the clean pen, the dirty pen, because of this whole virus that's going around, you know. the whole anyway, and sort of just lost momentum on that one, but and actually I'm not going to talk about the virus, and consult your doctor, and it is real, and respect other people, and and yeah, consult your doctor and talk to all the experts about that. Now, is that the right purple? That's not right. That's not right. Mm, you know, you can't do bits about serious things, or you'll get in trouble with the CDC, ABC, WHO, you know, WTF. You'll get in trouble with the CRC, the ATV, and the WBGNs. And you do not, let me tell you something, pal. You do not want the WGBN coming after you. The public broadcast network from Chicago, Illinois that Bozo the Clown used to air on. Because, brother, you'll be in a world of hurt. You'll be in a world of hurt, my friend. You get the WGBNs coming after you. Woo! I had a friend got in trouble with the WGBNs. Yeah, now he's talking out of a... Hey, he's talking out of a voice box in prison, and I can send him a letter once a year on Christmas, okay? So... Purple on purple. And somebody at home is going, wow, that purple's kind of deep. Woo! Kind of lost the... You know, I actually do have good rhythm and good tempo and timing, but got too excited about that bit. You know, I rushed into it. I didn't get the timing right. But it was probably pretty good for the beginning. Deep Purple. Smoke on the Water. Classic song to learn on guitar. Classic. All you need is 3 chords. All you need is 3 chords, and you can be in the band Deep Purple. And they'd probably be glad you took over. Because they're struggling to get into their nursing homes right now. And also, I don't know if those guys are still alive, and honestly, I hope they're okay. You know, you got to go bashing on Deep Purple. I'm kind of like, hey, those guys provided some great music to the world. I hope they're okay. But that's just kind of the sort of guy that I am. Just a really nice, empathic person who cares about the well-being of others. And you're over here just slamming a classic rock band, saying they're trash and that they're stupid and that you hate them. So I'm like, well, see how that works out for your karmic balance, pal. I suppose you're one of these guys that likes to slam on Nickelback. It's like, we're over it, man. Pick somebody else to pick on. The new Nickelback CD is better than the most recent Muse CD, and that's true. That's true talk. Go see for yourself. I love when people say that. That's real talk. And what they mean by that is they're extremely uncomfortable with vulnerable, i.e. real conversation. And so they have to go, that's real talk. As kind of a way of like, kind of like brushing it off when they have to say something real. When actually, hey, why can't we just be truthful about what we're going through? What is that? Is that a bit or is that serious? Let's move on. That is serious. Bam, bam, bam. Smoke on the water. Bam, bam, bam. And fire in the sky. Great track. Great track. Probably going to get a DMCA for singing that so perfectly that they're going to be like, hey, is that the original? Is that the original version we just heard? Now that's looking nice. Oh, I love that color transition. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's pretty cute. That's cute. Okay, how many more colors are we going to bring into this? I would say 2 at a minimum. 3, maybe too many. 2 would be 6 colors, 3 would be 4. Just doing advanced math, don't mind me. Just doing high level math. Okay, 1 plus 5, that's, all right, yeah, that's gonna be 6, and 6 plus 1 more, that's gonna be, oh man, my CPU is overheating. That is going to be 7, the most holy number. 7 colors. Now 7 would be a nice balance. 6, totally fine. And sorry about that. I didn't know this was going to turn into an advanced math stream. Just for a second. And I'll timestamp that. Just to kind of give everybody a warning for when they watch it later. Like, hey, trigger warning, I'm serious. Trigger warning, we get into some advanced math. So, unless you got your Texas Instruments calculator fired up and ready, you might just want to scrub past this. You might just. So, okay, after purple can come red, and that's a nice, easy transition. You think it's going to be problematic? You think purple doesn't go into red? I got information for you, genius. Blue and red makes purple. It's perfect. So. Love to put colors together. This is alchemy. Alchemy, yeah. Hey, where's my bar of gold, Sir Isaac Newton? That's a great joke for anybody who's really into those two things that I put together. For everyone else, it's like a very passable, just sort of a very ignorable little bit there. How's Sir Isaac Newton trending on YouTube these days and on Twitch? Because whatever it is, I just contributed to helping up the SEO. Sir Isaac Newton is in his grave going, "Oh, very good," or something. I don't know how he sounded. Sir Isaac Newton is going, "I suppose the apple that fell upon my head was not all in vain." So, just a flawless British accent. I don't even know if he was British. I don't know what he was doing. He was probably German. And in that case, he's rolling over in his grave going, the apple, or no, that's French. I don't know what he was. The apple is ja. the apples that fall on my countenance fuss not in vain. There we go. That's better. Just guessing at Sir Isaac Newton's. Okay, well, he was a sir, so that would indicate that he was British. Because to be a sir, you gotta get that blessing from the old queen. And no, I'm not talking about the Netflix series, you ignorant idiots. The Netflix queen is based on real people and real history. Oh, Prince Harry didn't want Diana. Yeah, he wanted to just bang anyone. I almost said fuck. Just say fuck. Prince Harry wanted to, and I think it was Harry. He wanted to just absolutely clap the ass of any fine young thing that waltzed into his kingdom. And he was like, Princess Di, I guess if I have to get married, I guess. And I'm serious. Watch the Netflix show, and that's real serious history. He didn't want Princess Di. It was actually very sad, and you're being really rude about it. So, and then we got the, and don't even get me started on the modern royals. Don't even get my motor running about these modern royals. I'm like, hey, I could stop at having the Princess Kate Barbie from a few years ago that you had to order from the little magazine things at the grocery store. You couldn't even get it through the normal way because it wasn't even a real Barbie. It was like a knockoff Barbie. Yeah, Andy, modern royals. Moros. What are the Moros up to? That's the new Brangelina. Let's see. Is it Harry and Meghan? Mary. Hagen. Hagen. And they're so cool, you know. So just, hey, I feel like just neat people. You know, you ever meet somebody and you're just like, those are some neat folks. That's the modern royals. The modern day royals. And people are saying to Queen Elizabeth, it's like, hey, is this gal gonna croak already? And maybe she already has, and maybe I shouldn't say that about the leader of another country of an entire empire. But what is she gonna do? Come after me? You know, she's like 900 years old. She's never even seen a phone before, and unless it's the rotary kind that you have to call up the. Unless you have to call up the old operator there. You know, just Queen Elizabeth picking up an iPhone and asking to speak to the operator. Hargan. Oh, morons. That is more like it, Andy. So I'm trying to sound it out. Trying to make it snappy and peppy. Anyway, you got it. You got it. Yeah, we could go pink or we could go orange. I think I'm going orange. 'Cause, hey, I'll tell you why I'm going orange. Hey, if God wasn't a Broncos fan, how come the sunsets are orange, bro? And there go a couple more bottles of paint. It was worth it. It was worth it. That's a real bro that I've met. I've met the likes of those guys. Hey. Oh, okay, yeah, so God isn't a Denver Broncos fan. Oh, okay. Okay. Then why is the sunset orange? You know, driving their jacked up F-150 with like the big old tires on there. Great guys. My favorite kind of people are those guys. And I was right there next to him with my bare chest painted blue and orange, shouting out for whoever plays for the Broncos these days. Any of them. I liked to leave the numbers blank so that I could kind of fill in whoever's the current guy. You know, don't be doing Tebow's number. Don't be doing Peyton Manning's number. Who's the best guy this week? Put his number on there. Yeah, put his jersey number. Wish I could freaking get his phone number. So. Denver Broncos. Man, I'm not in that territory anymore. Hey, when I left Colorado, it said, I saw a little sign behind me when I crossed that state line that said, "Now leaving Broncos country." And I was like, sayonara. Farewell. You know? I was like, hello darkness, my old friend, as I crossed into Utah, or whichever state borders Colorado, probably more like Wyoming. Hello darkness, my old friend, because I'm leaving the light of the Bronco verse. And that was a sad day. Now I'm in duck country. The Oregon Ducks. We don't even have a professional team out here. Just a bunch of horny college guys. And their logo is a duck. Or their mascot, I guess, would be the proper term. And now what I say is, oh, okay, yeah, so God's not an Oregon Ducks fan. Well, how come there's so many ducks in Oregon? You know, and that just silences any naysayer immediately. Because they're like, that's actually super true. That's actually super true, dude. There's so many ducks in Oregon. You can't cross the street without seeing a freaking duck. But even if I live in Oregon Ducks country, hey, I'm sending up prayers for my favorite team of all time, coached by Gordon Bombay, and that's going to be those Mighty Ducks. Because those guys knew how to quack, baby. Those guys knew how to knuckle puck. And whatever other hijinks they got into. And that's all I got to say about that. Gordon Bombay, he's like, ma'am, I grew up on the ice. These kids were in no danger as we're driving a limousine full of 17 children across the ice of wherever they were. Canada or something? Michigan? I don't know. And Coach Bombay was like, listen, lady, I can see you're a female, so that means clearly your intelligence is very low, you know, and that's just a joke and everything, and that's just a bit, kind of, and just stay with it. And he's like, I grew up on the ice, ma'am. I grew up on the ice. These kids weren't in any danger at any time. So send one up for Coach Bombay. And then when they stand up at the end, they're like, I only play hockey for one coach. I only play hockey for one coach, and that's Gordon Bombay. And that kind of brings it back around, because you know what? At the court hearing in Angels in the Outfield, you know what they also said? I only play baseball for one coach, and that's George Knox. That's what's up. So, and I planned that whole bit an hour and a half ago to come back around, or however long I've been on here. So, kind of a comic genius. You know, hey, I won't be the one to say it, but if you want to call me a comic genius, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. And you might hear in the background just the sounds of my child getting angry at the dog. And that's, you know, to me, I'm like, hey, is that the sound of angels singing? And not even the angels in the outfield, just the normal kind. Okay, now how's that look? That's a little, okay, we can fix that. We can fix that. Or actually, I mean, perfect. That's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted, yeah. Duh. No, it's a little imbalanced of a circle, but that can be fixed. Hey, yeah, because I'm not an AI drawing a perfect circle. If you want a perfect circle, go talk to your freaking friend Maynard, okay? If you want a perfect circle. And I think I've used that bit before. Gonna use it again. It's a great bit. I think perfect circle, that's what I think. Right off the top of the head there. And the funny thing about perfect circle is their logo is not a perfect circle. Kind of a thinker. Kind of an interesting thing if you think about it. Now, what are they saying with that? Our name is a perfect circle, but our logo is not a perfect circle. So, maybe just meditate on that a little bit. Maybe just meditate on that a little bit. Maybe Maynard's playing with your head a little. If your name is Maynard, you know what you can do is you can have 100 bands that you play in, because one isn't enough. One band not enough. Two bands not enough. Three bands? He's at least in that many. So, you know, it kind of stands to reason. The more bands you start, eventually one of them will take off, right? Dang, did I just unlock something super... Did I just unlock a key to the universe here? The more bands you start, inevitably, regardless of the quality of their music, one of them has to take off. I mean, just by the law of probability. This is just a numbers game. It doesn't have anything to do with talent. So, dang, that's pretty smart. That's pretty smart. I gotta start another band. Hey, I've already done two. Man, I'm like more than halfway there. That's so cool. Kind of bringing the red back this way now. Zoop. Orange crouching on my red. Oh, no, that's nice. That's nice. That's nice. That's a spicy meatball right there. Okay. Ooh, just a wheel of... Oh, just a prism circle hanging in the cosmos. Just sort of the circle of life, you know. Now that yellow, how's that doing? That's still pretty tacky. Might have to get out the blow dryer. Now, I would have to think that the cover image for that is going to look nice on YouTube and Twitch, you know? Look at those colors. Now, that's going to reel them in. That's going to reel them in. They're going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 7 colors. I better click on this. I've never seen so many colors in one image, in one cover image on any of the places I just talked about. Wow, an hour and 8 minutes. It took me an hour and 8 minutes to make a little circle with some different colors. And that's, hey, what is that? Judgment? Hold on, do I hear some judgment creeping in? Now, Josh, what that is, that's going to be your bully, your inner bully, and it's trying to tell you, hey, you're not good enough. You're not good enough. You haven't produced enough. You haven't done enough. You don't have enough followers, you know. It's going to try to tell you, hey, your worth is trash. You're pretty much meaningless. And I'm kind of going, hey, I've got the tools for this. I've seen this before. Okay. I've seen this before. Hey, inner bully, you're in for a surprise because I'm comfortable with myself. And that's so cool. That's so neat to hear. But we do need some more yellow on this thing. And now what this is, what you're viewing here is one layer that will be covered by another layer. Don't know why I felt the need to describe that, because that's basically the end of the description. But suffice it to say, there will be other things that go over this. Kind of like when you're fixing yourself a chili dog. It goes, one layer is a bun. I mean, that's a no-brainer. One layer is going to be a bun. One layer is going to be that dog. You know, maybe you're a Hebrew National. Maybe you're going ballpark. Maybe you're going the super cheap ones from Sam's Club that are colored red for a questionable reason. But then you gotta, then comes the chili. Maybe you're a Wolf's guy. Maybe you're a one of the other chili brands guy. Hey, I don't know, you do you. You're putting the chili on those dogs. And then comes, get a load of this, shredded cheese. And brother, when you get to that layer, you can do no wrong. Now, if you're going a fifth layer after that, I mean, you're into some virgin territory. If you're going another layer after the sort of bun, dog, chili, cheese scenario, and that sounds extremely good. Unfortunately, I'm vegan, so, and that's not true. So, what else could go in there? Maybe some onions, maybe some mustard if you're a weird little freak. You know, the sky's the limit. But me, I'm kind of going 4 layers on my dog. And how is that different from 4 dimensions, 4 layers of reality? How is that different from, you know, how's that different from anything, really? So, and who knew that all of life could be summed up basically in a chili dog metaphor? Before this moment, not me. Not me. And the stream goes silent as Josh ponders the chili dog metaphor. Guess you ran out of bits when you're really considering the scope of the universe. You know what's worth a re-listen is Eminem's Ass Like That. Now that's a song from the Encore album. And why it's oh my goodness, why it's worth a re-listen is not because it is a good song, but because it's amazing that he has not been, that there hasn't been some viral article canceling him for that song. Because it's cringe, dude. Even as someone who loves Eminem. The song is not good. And the places he goes, oh boy, that one's gonna hurt. So, proceed with caution. But, kind of cool. And he's a great guy, and I agree with everything he's ever said. And he's my hero, and he's my savior, so... And nothing he's ever said is wrong or in poor taste at all. So, you know, if he's going down, I'm going down with him. The Lord Marshal Mathers. All right. I think I will end there. Andy, what fun to have you. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you to folks who see this later. And don't cancel the career I don't have for the things I said on here, because they were all jokes, of course, and none of it's serious at all, you know. So, ending the stream, the serious artist, putting a brush in his mouth to